welcome to my week 1 vlog. Today I'm going to discuss my first impressions and a little bit about my thoughts on our Murder in Amsterdam discussion. Today is Friday. I got here Wednesday. I took a very expensive taxi from the airport because I was way too afraid to take the tram. I think it was a good decision overall. I love our dorms. I am the only room with Leah on the 3rd floor, and our view is spectacular. It's everything I could have hoped for and more. I've already sent it to everyone I know. Everyone seems really nice so far. I'm looking forward to getting to know more people because so far I've only talked to a few people individually. The rest have been in groups, and I don't find that that's the best way to get to know someone. So I'm hoping that I will be able to break the groups down a little more and really get to know everyone here. The conversations that we've had alone in the classroom I find have been new and spectacular for me. I've only been in one class so far with Dr. Sarah McClellan where a teacher has really pushed us to elaborate on so what, because why, and just elaborate in general. I also haven't been in like even a large or small setting where teachers really done that, so I really appreciate that Dr. Ambrose has done that so far. I have also mainly done introductory courses or lower level classes with only a few upper level women's studies classes so far, and everyone in those upper level classes are always very intelligent and very well rounded in the subjects. But I find that this group has taken it to a new level, and I loved that as soon as we walked out of the classroom today and yesterday, everyone continued the conversation, and that's something I have a really hard time finding on campus. So that was really cool. I know that's not a great description. It was very enjoyable, I think, is the matter of the fact. Speaking of discussions, so yesterday we had our Murder in Amsterdam discussion, and the main repetitive point was that none of us ever thought that a place as liberal and progressive as Amsterdam would be so Islamophobic. And my thought after a few people brought it up was, okay, so why did we all think this? And I believe that Dr. Ambrose asked us this question, why? And the answer for me was, I'm white. I don't know specific nations unless they are like run by Trump or in the Middle East that are explicitly Islamophobic. And it's possible that Muslims in America know about the Islamophobia in Amsterdam and we don't, because when traveling, why would we know that off the bat? Why would we care? It's not until you think about everything that you believe in and your morals that you would begin researching a state's phobias and isms. So that's, I think, why, because we don't immediately pay attention to people that aren't ourselves. That being said, I am walking around, I am seeing a lot of other white people, and so far only black people. I've encountered a few black individuals here and there. The one I distinctly remember was a garbage worker with really broken English. So I think it'll be interesting to see where I find other racial and class barriers that would be, I think, more familiar to me coming from the inner city of Pittsburgh. Anyway, this was day 1. I will talk to you tomorrow. Hi, so today I'll be talking about our discussion on feminism is for everybody. I hope you noticed the camera angle switching. I did not know how to access the D2L gradebook. I did not know that there were comments in the gradebook, so I apologize for not switching my camera mode until now, but I hope it is much better. I really enjoyed our conversation in class on feminism is for everybody. I thought it provoked a lot of meaningful questions, and I really liked pushing everybody to explain better. I believe I said in my last vlog, I like being asked why and because, and I think that is going to make me a better writer and researcher in the future. We talked a lot about intersectionalism, and you specifically said that it is impossible, you can't achieve full intersectionality, that's not a thing that can happen. But talking about intersectionality in the movement in general, I was going through the questions, and someone's question was, what are the shortcomings of modern intersectional feminism? That was for Colt's question in chapter 10. And I've been thinking about this a lot recently in the wake of recent current events with the Chicago Dyke March, or Parade March, where they asked a few individuals carrying pride flags with Stars of David on them to leave, saying it was making others uncomfortable. And whether or not you agree with Israel or disagree or are anti-Zionist or pro-Zionist when it comes to Palestinian refugees and human rights, that wasn't an anti-Zionist, there wasn't a Zionist flag. That was a flag with the Jewish star on it. It did not indicate Israel whatsoever. It was the rainbows with a Jewish star with the 6-pointed triangles. And it upset a lot of Jews across the country. My Facebook feed was covered in articles and remarks, and I can't help think of what will intersectional feminism come to, because if it is the end to oppression, then yes, Palestinian human rights should be taken into consideration, but it shouldn't involve kicking out people who like to bring their religion into the identity. I believe that reform and conservative congregations have really been a part of the movement, and to suddenly kick us out, it's making us uncomfortable. So who are you going to choose in that situation? And again, I firmly, and many others agree with me, it wasn't just saying, no, we don't like Zionists. It was saying, we don't want Jews here. Regardless if that was their intention, that's how the Jewish community took it. And the left, at least on my Facebook feed, has been very divided ever since then. And that was, the reason I bring it up is because it's very recent, it's personal to me, and it could not stop crossing my mind as we were discussing intersectionalism in class, because that's why I asked if intersectionalism could ever fully be reached, because I've been struggling with this contradiction all the last 2 weeks. Moving on, I really wanted to talk about my question as well. My question was about the term feminist versus pro-feminist, which is what some feminists are saying we should call male allies of feminist movement, without the. And I really wanted to hear everyone's thoughts on this, but I felt that I had talked too much during the discussion anyway. I didn't want to give my question as well. I wanted other people to have a chance to talk. And I would like to get everyone's thoughts on that, seeing as we also have members of the gay community hear how they feel about allies. And I know that that's a constant conversation, especially with pride events, and I wanted to hear their thoughts on, everyone's thoughts on pro-feminist, because I'm not sure that I like that term. I think that we need as much support as we can get to make a feminist movement going and productive, and as long as male voices aren't trying to overpower the female voices, I don't see why that should be an issue. That's all I think I have right now. That the anti-Semitism thing really got at me, so I really wanted to discuss that. I hope that didn't subtract from other summaries of my thoughts on the discussion. I thought it was a really great discussion, and I look forward to hearing people's opinions on more and vast feminist topics as we continue. Hi, so this is my summary vlog for week 1. It was a great week. I had a great time meeting everyone and getting to know everyone, and I accomplished my goal of speaking to everyone individually, and that was very rewarding. I just got back from paddle boating, which was so fun. It was much harder than it seemed, but it was a great way to see a new part of the city, because it was really far away from everything I've done so far. I haven't done any museums yet, so I'm looking forward to doing those this week. I have picked my final project presentation and discussed it with Jess. I will be creating a lesson plan and a presentation to go with that.
for a field trip to Nemo, specifically the teen and the sex ed section. So I think I'm going to Nemo either Tuesday or Wednesday after class. I just spoke really fast and I went through like half of my content before I wanted to. I am looking forward to seeing what other kinds of conversations we're going to have, since we've already discussed 3 of our books. I'm intrigued by the new topics that our guest lecturers will bring, as well as Dr. Ambrose's conversations. I look forward to hearing more people's opinions, because you really got an understanding of how certain people in the class spoke and think and process information, as well as their priorities in feminism. And I look forward to hearing from more people and seeing where they are and discussing different topics with them. I am most excited, I think, to leave class early at 1 and 1:30 and go to Nemo, but also for Brussels. I think that will be a bonding experience for the whole group, and as well as a really educational one. I would like to go into legislation or lobbying for reproductive rights, which of course is allies and works with LGBT groups. So I think this will be very educational for me specifically, and I look forward to seeing a new part of the world that I have not been to as well. One thing I would love to do is continue our discussion for Feminism is for Everybody. Like I believe I said in my last vlog, I really enjoyed it, and I love to get my gears grinding. I would love to discuss with more people the implications of government in feminism and how to create a movement that includes everybody, but doesn't speak for people unless they ask for it. I want to try to phrase that better. A movement that is for everybody, but allows people to talk for themselves at the same time. I think feminism has really tried to push to be that kind of good movement, and they're still working on it. So that is my summary of my week. I've had a great time. I've had great pancakes, great ice cream, and great donuts. Next week I want to try more pasta, pizza, and waffles. I will see you all in class tomorrow.